Moi! My name is Jana and you're watching Finnish Knitting Stories, episode number 122. I'm coming to you from Finland. Today is Friday, very sunny day outside, so the light will be coming in and out all the time. Can't affect it, sorry. And we will be talking about knitting and some crochet and general crafting things. So welcome back. You can find me on Instagram as Knits and on Ravelry as Knits and on Ko-fi and Patreon as Finnish Knitting Stories. So let's begin. How have you been? I hope all is well. Have you been busy? We've been having a beautiful autumn holiday over here. Kids are on autumn break and we've been home whole week. I've tried. I've been home most of the week. So I've been crafting. This is gonna take a while, so get comfy, settle in, and we will be talking about everything. I have a total mayhem here around me because I have worked a little bit on everything. Yes, very exciting week, lots of crafting and other things, but about those we will talk at the end in the knit and chat portion where I talk about my life. Let's start traditionally with what I'm wearing today. I'm wearing one of my favorite cardigans, definitely. All cardigans are my favorite cardigans. You can't pick a favorite child, but this one I wear surprisingly a lot. When I was making it, I wasn't sure how wearable it's gonna be. First of all, because I made a very dramatic sleeve, and I was thinking that if it's not wearable, I'll pick it up and make a ribbing, but didn't do that. I love this sleeve. It's so comfy. This is my scrappy, obviously scrappy, my favorite kind, scrappy granny hexagon cardigan. There are multiple patterns out there on internet. There are paid ones and free ones, and I'm not sure which one is the original one. Who came up with this idea? If you know, let me know. But I didn't use any pattern. I looked at what people are doing. I improvised. I am not advanced crocheter. Oh, there is the light that I promised. It's coming in now. But I know how to do a granny square. Better? Not sure. So I figured out I can make a granny hexagon. So I made 2 of those, folded them over and joined them at the back. And I have a bit different joining than other people. I have granny squares there. I joined mine with granny squares. So this thing is huge. And I'm again wearing it just over one of my linen dresses. And I have a special necklace. That was a very special treat at one of the summer Knit festivals. And the necklace, it's silver. It's a skein of yarn with little balls of yarn, and it's by Pinja Design. Beautiful Finnish jewelry maker, knitter, pattern designer, a woman of many talents. Earrings, what am I wearing today? I'm wearing, these have a long story. But you're here for the long stories. Not all of them knitting related, but these have a very long story. Many years ago, when Etsy was still a bit more enjoyable than it is now, it was more of a crafty place and less all kind of junk sellers and more vintage sellers, and actually people were selling handmade items. I used to have a little store selling bead embroidered jewelry. There was a period of my life when I was very much into bead embroidery, about 15, a bit more, years ago. Etsy was just starting out and I had a little store and it was quite successful. A lot of people bought my stuff because, yeah, not important. That's not the part of the story. But we did a swap with another jewelry obsessed lady in the United States. Yeah, she wanted my jewelry and she had a vintage store where she sold all kinds of beautiful treasures, and I'm very much into vintage jewelry. So we made a swap. I made her a pendant and something else, like bead embroidered. And she sent me a pair of earrings, or 2 pairs of earrings and a brooch in silver. And this was one of the pairs. I don't know anything about them. I know they came from the United States, and I know they are silver, and they have intricate flowers on them, like, and they are hollow inside. So if you've seen something similar, let me know. I would love to know what kind of earrings are these. I wear them a lot because they look impressive, but they are very light because they're hollow inside, and I've been wearing them for the past at least 15 years, probably more. So, love them. If you hear some weird noise, it's a bird. There is a bird on the porch right outside the window, and it's walking around and tapping on things. So that's what it is if you hear a little tip, tip, tip. I'm not sure this camera pick it up, but probably if you are in a headset, it does. Like you can hear it. Okay. So that's all about my outfit. The dress by Linen Fox. Yes, I have a few favorite linen makers. Linen Fox is one of them, and Not Perfect Linen is the other one. Love them both dearly. Both come from Lithuania. Not Perfect Linen has a better size range. Okay, what else? What else? Finished objects. I have none, because I've been knitting, but not actually finishing anything. So we skip that part, and we slide into WIPs. So works in progress. I don't know how many I have. I'll just show you everything I have worked on. Let's start with Sophia's sweater, Bean and Olive. I have made visible progress, noticeable progress on it. I have finished the body. So teeny tiny sleeves left. The yarn is still attached because we tried it on yesterday, and it was great. So I could actually do the honors and snip the yarn off. So that was a good snip. So yeah, that one. Let's pull it out. I have a stitch marker there just holding the loop just in case I need to take back and make it longer, but luckily no. We tried it on. The length was great, and I considered that it might grow a little bit more after blocking, and yeah. So we have the body of a teeny tiny sweater. No, not that teeny tiny. This is, did I mention it's Bean and Olive by Andrea Maury? I think I did, or maybe not. So yeah, Bean and Olive. It's made in Kettu yarns. The main color is frozen watermelon, and the contrast is Lucky's cane. So, which is one of a kind. And this is the biggest size in the pattern, which is 8 to 10 years old. Sophia is 9, so yeah, but she's tall. So here we are. 2 teeny tiny sleeves left, and she keeps asking, Mama, when is my sweater ready? Which day? Give me a day. When is it ready? I promised her that it's gonna be ready next week. So if I'm very if I'm very good knitter, I will try to finish the sleeves on weekend. No promises though, but next week I have to finish it because she wants the sweater. It's so cute. It's a very simple color work. I have made one tiny modification in it. I'm not sure has the pattern been updated, but I have bought the pattern years ago and printed it out, so maybe there are short rows in a newer version. I don't know, but the one that I had printed didn't have short rows. And when I started knitting it, I was like, I already knit the color work pattern, and then I was like, this doesn't have a short rows. I need to put in short rows because I know my kid, she needs short rows, that it would fit nicer, that she wouldn't be bothered. She's a big kid already. Maybe babies don't need short rows shaping, but bigger kids do, like older kids. So I just added them after that first color work repeat. Just a few rows there, just to drop the neckline down. If you have knit this from an updated version, let me know. Are there short rows? Because I honestly didn't bother. I just went to my folder. I knew I had a printed copy, pulled it out and knit from it. So yeah, years ago. She was teeny tiny when I bought this pattern, and now we're knitting it because I showed it to her as one option and she chose this pattern and these yarns because pink. We're obsessed with pink in this house. Yes. Okay, so that one. That one. Then what else I have worked on? I have gone backwards on one of my projects, and it's my Musselburgh hat by Isolde Teague. I don't know, it's cursed. I'm telling you, it's cursed. I had it. Where are you? There you are. I've gone backwards. Yesterday, Sophia had a play date with a friend. And I had a play date as well. I had a knitting date with a friend. You know, the one that adult women have, the play dates. In a nice cafe with a good cup of coffee and lots of knitting and chatting. So we did just that. We finally got our schedules together and yeah, made a play date. And I took my Musselburgh with me. I knit quarter off it. Yeah, it is no more. I'm knitting it from a cone, and I knit this much yesterday. This is lace weight yarn. This is waist weight. Yeah, great. Lace weight. Not cooperating. This right here. On a cone, it's 100% cashmere that I picked up from Riga trip, from the shop named Woolly Yarn. Yes, they have a web store as well, and. So I was going at it. I measured everything. Everything was supposed to be great and well fitting. And I was knitting. Then I looked at it and it looked like a bucket. I tried it on my head. Jackie is I think barking at the bird that's tapping the house. Yes. So it was looking like a bucket. So I tried it on my head. It was ridiculous. I was knitting. I started it on the long circulars and doing magic loop to do the increases. If you're not familiar with the pattern, Musselburgh Hat is a giant tube that you fold in double, like to make 2-layered hat. So you make increases on one end and decreases on the other end, and then you just knit a tube. So I thought, perfect project. I was done with the increases, I was just knitting the tube. And I switched to 40 centimeter circulars. And guess what that did to my tension? It went looser. It went so much looser that I had so much extra. I don't know what happened. Maybe I was just relaxed, chatting with a friend. And also the needles. I blame the needles. I always have different tension on different circumference. That's fine. So yeah, I had to rip it out. This much of lace weight yarn. So we're back to square one. Actually, a bit less. So I took a bit more out. And I have taken it out already once before because it was too big, and I have knit a ton of Musselburgh hats. I don't know what's wrong with this one. I'm usually very good at estimating the size, and you can count your gauge from this, and I even have a gauge swatch. It's not a gauge swatch. This one, don't laugh at my swatch. I made this swatch just to see. It's a yarn on a cone. It's meant for machine knitting, so it has some spinning oil on it. I made it just to see what's gonna happen in the washing, how much it's gonna puff up, and to determine the needle size, actually, that it's nice and fluffy and not too dense. So that's why. Very minimal swatch here, because gauge I can get from here, and it's not working out. And this is my third attempt, and if that's not gonna work, this is gonna be a cowl. No, I'll still give it a go. I really want a hat like this, and yeah, wish me luck with this. I don't know, I'm all over the place. I never have problems like this. Never say never, but it's a basic thing. You just knit, but it was too big. Okay. Enough about that cursed hat. What else I could show you? I'm looking around. I have still a few things. I'll show you this. If you're on my Patreon, you have seen this a few days ago, and I have added one row after that. So go have a break. No, look at my one row. But if you're not on my Patreon and you have seen this a few weeks back, I was somewhere way back. I have added more. This is Granny Wrap by Annebu's House. Free pattern on her blog. I will link it. I will link all the patterns that I'm talking about down below. And I'm working on it in mohair scraps, mohair leftovers, all kind of things here. I have a basket full of mohair. I forgot to mention it last time. I got a comment. I'm holding mohair double. Of course I'm holding mohair double, and I'm crocheting it on 5mm hook. This one is by Tulip. I love Tulip hooks. I love tulip hooks and clover hooks and some of Knit Pro hooks, but not all of them. Okay. So yeah, it's growing. It's happy. It look too much. This granny cardigan and granny wrap, and yeah, too much. But it will look gorgeous with a solid coat or cardigan. And I love scrappy. And I love crochet because it's easy, it's mindless, you don't need to think about it, you can put it down any moment. I've been very good at weaving in my ends. So I'm a bit low on pink scraps. I have a lot of turquoise and some green, violets, blues. I'm very low on pink. So I'm making up my own colors by combining two different strands of two different colors. So this last color is made from this together with this. So I put 1 and 1 of these, and it made this color. I'm trying to show you. Mohair is magic. It blends beautifully together. Yeah, they are not close, but once you put them together, it makes a new beautiful color. That's how you get more colors in your scrappy mohair project. If you're holding it double, of course. So yeah, I've been very much into mohair things. You will see after one more. I'll show you one more. It's an oldie that I picked up because we're trying to finish some things up as well. You've seen this before. It's Lost Stitches. No, that's not the name of the project. That's the theme of my life. I keep losing stitches because, again, I have stitch stoppers around the house, but never on a project. Actually, I have some here. Let's put some sheep on the ends. My lovely viewers have sent me a ton of different beautiful stitch stoppers, and I forget to use them. Now I'm using them, look. It's a pattern by Amy Palko. She also has a knitting podcast. And it's called Coorie In Poncho. Yes. And I'm knitting mine in my handspun. It's fully my handspun yarn. This upper part is a fiber advent from Lake House Mode. And I knit it all up. The advent is from last year. So I spun it all up. I knit it all up. I started it in spring this year. So not so old project, but it would be perfect for the weather we're having right now. And I've been looking for a suitable yarn. Couldn't find anything, so I just pulled whatever I had in my handspun shelf. This is very old. My own handspun, one of the early ones. So it's a bit wonky, but that's all right. And I'm just carrying on with it. I decided it doesn't matter. It's enough that it's dark-ish color. And this is Finnish sheep wool. They're very local to me. Very sticky and lanolin-y. So I'm working on it slowly. I have been just working on that bottom part. The rows are already, the rounds are very, very long, so it takes a while. And I feel like I need longer cable, but are these, yeah, this is a solid circular needle, so it's not interchangeable, and I think it was size 5, and I don't have anything in size 5 longer. There is an empty slot in my needle holder. Yes. Okay, so I showed it very quickly because I'm working on it. I'm working on it in the evenings when I want something mindless. Okay. I have 2 more. 2 more. I'm saving the mystery for the last. And this next one is a new cast on. And I have a special person to blame for this new cast on. Well, Daniela, she has a podcast. It's called A Knitter's Suitcase here on YouTube. I'll link it. She, last week maybe, a while ago, she sent me a message on Instagram. She sent me some reel that, oh, you need this dress. Look at it. You need to knit this dress. You need one of these. And there were 2 ladies, I think Norwegian or Danish. Pretty sure they were Norwegian. One of them, I think, was a pattern designer. So they had these stripy dresses on. One was a crochet dress, yeah, with a lot of colorful stripes, and the other one was a chunky mohair dress with bigger stripes. And I was like, oh, I need that dress. Yes, Daniela, you're right. I need that dress. So I've been thinking about it and went through my stash. I don't have any chunky mohair. I have regular mohair. And if you want to make it chunky, you need to hold 4 strands of it together. And I decided, okay, I don't have enough of yarn to do that, of scraps, because I have like maybe 3 full skeins of mohair untouched in my yarn cabinet right there. So I ordered myself yarn. I ordered myself a whole lot of chunky mohair to knit a dress. It was a splurge. Shipping was pricey because we're in Finland. Wherever you ship stuff from, it's always pricey. So a big part of the order was shipping. Not the store's fault. Our silly location is to blame. Okay, I'll show you the yarn first. It didn't come in a box, but I keep it in this very, very posh box. It's the bottom half of my hairdryer box. I saved it. Didn't save the top part, but it's a good sturdy box. Yes, my knitting basket. Do you do that as well? Saving all kind of useful trash. I do that. Okay, get to the yarn, woman. It's very exciting. I ordered yarn from Mips in the Netherlands. Here's my palette. It's chunky kid mohair. They had the most gorgeous colors. I looked at many different brands. Nobody had these good neons as they did. It's 78% kid mohair, 30% superwash wool, 9% nylon. 50 grams has 100 meters, which is 109 yards. And yes, they are famous for their knitting and crochet patterns of these crazy, colorful, mostly sweaters and cardigans. Some other things probably as well. And I've been following them on Instagram, and that's how I remembered that they have this cool yarn. Yes, that they have my colors. So I picked a whole bunch of neons and then a whole bunch of what I call neutrals. Yes, there are some violets in there. You can argue if it's a neutral. To me, that's a neutral. And I will be mixing them together. And I've been thinking, what am I going to wear to Knit to Purl to festival? Knitting and Crochet Festival. I'm going there in a month. Actually, already in less than a month. It's a festival in the Netherlands organized by lovely Sarah from It's a Sarah Knitting Podcast. You probably all know her. So she invited me and I'm going. Very excited. barely holding here from the excitement. And I thought I should knit something new. I have a lot of lovely old knits, but what girl doesn't want a new dress for a special event, right, in her life? And knitting and crochet festival is a special event in my life. I don't go to fancy parties. That's my kind of fancy party, sitting and knitting with other like-minded people. What could be better? So, and they have a knit along or like make along going on. That are you knitting or crocheting something for the festival? I'm joining in. I have less than a month to complete a dress. Luckily, it's chunky, big needles. I can do it. I'll show you what I got done yesterday. I had to. I was thinking about the pattern, and then I was like, I'll take the one I know, one of my favorites, one of my safe patterns. So I'm making Lento, which is a sweater by Jonna Helin from Line magazine. I have knitted 100 times. Okay, not 100, but like 10 times before in different versions, and I'm making it into a dress. So I went one size up because my needles are half size down from a pattern. Very complicated. So I'm knitting size 4, if it matters, on 5.5mm needles. Okay, ready? I have a beginning of my dress. That's... Sorry, I'm just ridiculously excited. Look at it. So what I'm doing here, I'm striping them. One color from neon side, one color from this side, one color from this side, one color from this side, and just not overthinking, just grabbing a color that speaks to me next, that I think will work in here, and adding it in and making the stripes different thickness. So that's what I'm doing here. And wish me luck. I need to get my turbo mode on, or maybe take another week off. Off work just to knit on my dress for the festival. It's all for a good cause. That you would see me from very far away. That, ooh, there is the stripy neon lady. Come say hi. That's gonna be me. Even if this is not finished, I'm wearing it. Seriously, I'm wearing it. So, yes. Am I crazy by thinking I can make a dress in less than a month? Probably, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to do it anyway. So, yeah. I'm loving it. I'm so ridiculously happy. It's nice. I think it's not scratchy. I think it's rather soft. It's not the softest one out there from all the mohairs I have tried, but it doesn't have prickle. It doesn't have that little annoying prickle that many mohairs have. So, very happy with it. Blowing through. Okay, now let's go to the last one, which is, of course, the Go Go Dynamo by Westknits. I took it yesterday with me when I was knitting with a friend, and she had hers as well with her, but we couldn't knit on it because couldn't concentrate. So it just traveled with me and came back home. Yesterday was Thursday, so we got the very last clue. I know how the finished shawl looks like because I peeked ahead just to see what I do with my colors, and I think I'm a bit surprised. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a bit surprised at how normal it is this year. I know a lot of you are... Who's been complaining to Mr. West about all these crazy things that are not wearable? I live for those things. I live for the crazy, kooky, wonky designs. This year I expected something funky, like giant holes, I don't know, some kind of I-cord shrimp, something. None of that is happening this year. It's very normal, it's very wearable. I'm not sure, am I a bit upset about it? No, it's a beautiful shawl. Don't get me wrong, I love everything that Steven does. And I always find a way of making it my own. But I don't know. I'll show you. So spoiler alert, just in case you don't want to see. I know I have to say it. There are people who don't want to see. Who don't want to see. I'll show you clue 3 first. Clue 3 almost took my willing to live. Those bloody triangles. I did not enjoy knitting them. Not at all, but I knew I have to. Because I really like the look. They are cute. I like how they look and I wanted them there. I didn't want to substitute them for anything else. So I took approach of a factory line worker. I imagined that I work at a very important tiny triangle factory. And I'm on a shift. I'm on a time. And I have this much time till end of my shift and I need to sit and work on these tiny triangles. We don't always love what we do for a living. I felt like that, but it needs to be done. Sometimes things just need to be done. So I was working on them. We were watching movies with the kids and I was like, oh, hour and a half. The length of the movie, I sit and work on these triangles. And I switch that part of my brain off that is responsible for enjoying the knitting. And you just technically go, 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 go. You just do them. I know some people enjoyed them. I did not. And that's okay, because we all enjoy different things. So I have a feeling some of you are not going to enjoy clue 4 because we're back to long rows. Yay. Spoilers. Okay. So yeah, we did the border and it was completely off the needles. It was completely off the needles after clue 3. And yesterday, clue 4, we started picking up from the cast on edge. I kind of had a feeling that we might be doing that, but I thought Stephen would give us some giant holes or something else very Steven-y. But I think he's holding himself back on this one. Or he's trying to please people by giving them less things to complain about. See, now I'm complaining. I'm not complaining. I love the shawl. I love the process. I actually think it's very cute. It's just, I think, a bit safe. Knowing Stephen and his design genius, I think this one is rather safe. But then again, it will probably appeal to more people. We were sitting with a friend yesterday and I was like, she has not peeked ahead. And I was like, I'm gonna tell you, it's very normal. And she was like, oh. I was like, yeah, I know. Oh. We wanted something funky. Okay, clue 4, and which is the last one. I'm in the very beginning still. So here we are. I'll come closer. This is what we're doing. We did these little kind of bubbles and you could do them either in your contrast color or mohair, and I did one contrast plus mohair, one just contrast, and one row of contrast plus mohair because I have a very small amount of mohair left and I wanted to incorporate it somewhere else. So I did it there, and now we're making, these will be triangles. I just started in the morning to work on those and here we are. My pickup edge is not great. Like where I picked up stitches, I'm not enjoying. It looks a bit messy. So what I've been thinking, if it doesn't improve after blocking, I'll take one of my colors crochet hook and go and cover this pickup line just with the chain, with a crochet chain. If it still bothers me after blocking. I don't know, it looks a bit messy. I'm usually not fussy about that kind of things, but it feels a bit messy there. I don't know why. Because I did everything right. I picked up in what felt like a very neat way to me, but I just don't like how it looks. Something is bothering me about this line here. But we will see. Maybe it will blend in once I have more. So here is the whole thing. So we're making the top part now, and then we will go back to the bottom. Yes. Okay. That's my Go Go Dynamo Westknits Mystery Knit Along for this year. And I'm happy. These colors just make me happy. It's a very strong contrast. I usually don't go for so strong contrast, but this year, because it's called Go Go Dynamo, I felt like I want to all in. Do something I don't usually do and pick stronger colors than I usually pick. And I think I made a good choice. It's very impressive visually. I think, yeah, striking. I know this is not everybody's cup of tea, but it's definitely my cup of tea, and that's cup of coffee, my cup of coffee, and that's all what matters, right? So yes, okay, let's put it down. I need a sip of water, and I don't have water here, so I'll try to be quick with the rest of the things because I need a drink of water. It's Friday. Could have a glass of wine. I don't drink, but sometimes you just feel like you need. It's been a long week. Okay, let's do word of the day quickly. Very quickly, word of the day, because we have a suggestion from a viewer for a word of the day, and I listen. We got a suggestion of word earrings, because last time I showed you my earrings, and every time I show you my earrings. Let's do the word earrings. So in Finnish, that's korvakorut. And in Latvian, that's auskari. So korvakorut, basically ear jewelry, and auskari, something that hangs from your ear. Yeah. Briefly, you learned a new word. Okay, then I had a section question from a viewer, and I have written it down. I can't see, but yeah, okay. I have a question from a viewer, Cheryl's Hobbies. And she asked, what color of dresses do you get the most use out of? And let's talk about that very quickly, because I thought it's an interesting topic. And I love my dresses, and I can talk about my dresses. And now my notes are falling. Okay, stay. I have everything here on a very flimsy surface. Okay, what I'm trying to say. I love my dresses. I love my linen dresses. I love my knit dresses. But now let's talk about like basic dresses that you can put under your knits. You can combine with your knits. So for me, it's usually linen. I have some cotton dresses as well, but it can be anything you enjoy. Can be even wool dresses, yes, from a wool fabric. But I have my own color palette, which are usually, I have a few darks in there, and then some lighter ones as well. So the colors I get most use out of, I call them my neutrals, is gray, dusty pink, darker gray, navy blue. Surprisingly, I'm usually not good with blue, but I have a navy blue linen dress and I wear it a lot. I also have black, but it's not my favorite. It works. Black looks good on me. Doesn't look good on everybody, unfortunately. I know a lot of people love wearing black, but it rarely suits people. Usually can wash you out. Yeah, like what I'm trying to say is you need to find your own neutrals. I call them find your own neutrals, and they don't have to be neutrals. Like dusty pink or dusty lavender is my neutral. It's not a neutral color, but I view it as a neutral in relation to my knit wardrobe, because we all have a own color palette, right? And maybe you're neutral, maybe you're a gorgeous autumn and your neutral is mossy green or burnt orange, or maybe, I don't know, you enjoy sagey green and you have a lot of that color in your wardrobe and colors that fit with it, or I don't know, aubergine or burgundy. Find your neutral. Look at your wardrobe, like look at your knits, for example, and then find the colors that would work with most of them. Like for me, it's, yeah, sometimes boring gray. I'll show you. I'll show you my dresses, my neutrals, my kind of neutrals. And sometimes the neon can be a neutral as well, if you find things to combine with. And I think it's an excellent question. And I'm not sure, did this help you at all? But just find the colors you like and colors that work with most of the things you have. So it depends on your type. It depends if it's warm tones or cool tones. Mine are cool. And yeah, the depth of shade is important. You can have something darker and then something lighter. And it really doesn't have to be black, gray, beige, and brown. You can, yeah, green can be your personal neutral, like your staple. Yeah. So, or red, or blue. Does that make sense? I hope it does. I wanted to share. Just a little advice from the lady that loves her dresses. So yeah, knit and chat. Let's go to knit and chat. I'll work on my dress. I'll work on my mohair dress. Oh, these are very noisy needles. Okay. That was all of the knitting content, and we're going to knit and chat, where I talk about life and such. What's been happening around here? It's the week of autumn holidays, autumn break. Kids have been at home. My husband took a week off work, and I tried to take a week off work. I popped in at work twice this week, and that was it. I've been trying to be good. So we have done a lot of things around the house. And oh, I have increases. Sorry, here. Yes, I'm doing increases now. Am I? Yes, I am. We have been, and I lost a stitch marker. Oh, this is not going great. I should probably pick a hat instead. No, I did it wrong. Look, I'm making mistakes here because I'm trying to knit and talk to you. Okay, here. And we've been doing a lot of things around the house, around the yard. The weather has been very kind to us and mostly warm and dry and a bit foggy. A couple of days we had rain, but not a lot, and we've been spending a lot of time outside. So what have we done? We have worked on the flower beds. I trimmed a couple of bushes. My husband and the big kiddo, they built a new compost bin behind the house. We have a fancy composter in front next to the garbage bins because it's a requirement in Finland. It's required by law that you compost your food scraps. Yeah, either you get a composter or they will make you to get a special bio bin. We have a composter because we had it anyway. It needs to be registered. We take our recycling very serious in this country, and we actually have very minimal amount of basic trash. So we have very rare basic trash pickup because we recycle everything. Everything is sorted and recycled. Paper, cardboard, glass, metal, some of the plastics that are recyclable, food scraps, everything goes separately, and then, yes. So Finland is great that way. We don't throw random crap back in the nature. So yeah. And that composter is for food scraps from inside the house, but I've been cleaning flower beds and we've been cutting grass and there are leaves and all kinds of things. We ran out of space in our other compost bin, so they made one more in the back. Because other one is full of beautiful, nice soil that I've been carrying back to my flower beds. And yeah, see, nature's processes are fascinating. So that's what we've been doing, and we've been working on the house a little bit. We're fixing the house right here from outside, and kids have been having fun. They've been having play dates, they've been going to places, and Sophia went to visit grandma quickly, and grandpa, both of them. They are house sitting a dog for a friend. So yeah, that's always very exciting. New dog. And I've been having a bit of a puppy fever for quite a while already. Actually, for several months. Because Jackie has been alone for quite a while. Our big bear, our German Shepherd, passed away. Oh, how many years ago? Has it been 4 already? Maybe even 5. And yeah, there was COVID in between, and we were not in the right place or mindset to get another dog. We have always had 2 dogs, and the house has felt a bit empty with just 1 dog. And now that she's getting older, we feel that we're ready for another dog. So for the past couple of weeks, I've been going through all the rescue pages, because Jackie is a rescue, and we would like to get another rescue for her as a friend, maybe a bit younger than she is now. She is about 9, what the vet estimated, and she's been with us for almost 8 years. Yeah. And I've been looking at dogs. And one, I fell in love with a little, not that little, mid-sized dog. She was just the cutest little thing, and I didn't manage to put in application. She was adopted in a blink. Actually, she was reserved. She was put on hold, and it's always a little bit of heartbreak, but I didn't even manage to move that direction. And small dogs go very quickly, and my husband wants a big dog, and I'm slowly giving in. I said okay, and I actually saw a dog that has stolen my heart, and I've read the story, and we have put the application in. It doesn't mean anything, because a lot of people apply for the same dog, and then the people from the rescue organization, they choose the families for the dogs. Like, you need to compete. You go through the selection process. And yeah, I'm not getting my hopes up. I haven't told the kids. We just did that with my husband, because not to get them excited and then break their little hearts, because mine will definitely be broken if we don't get selected for that big dog. It's a bigger dog. Like, it's much bigger dog than Jackie. It's something that close to my heart. It's something that I know how to deal with, and it's like quite young, not the puppy, but the young dog. And not gonna tell more. I'll tell you more if we get good news, or not good news. I'll be upset and heartbroken. But yeah, I've been looking at dogs. And adopting dog in Finland is a lengthy and expensive process. They make sure that the dog goes really to the right home, that it's not just picked up and then when you hit some issues that it's dropped somewhere again. So, and we're responsible people. we already have experience. Jackie was a rescue, and very troubled and scared rescue, and it took a while to build her courage and make her feel comfortable. But she's absolutely lovely. We hit the jackpot with her. But she's the best dog. But she's 9. She's still very, very active, 9-year-old. Like, our neighbor recently asked how old is she, and my husband, of course, said wrong. He shaved a couple of years off her, and I said, no, she's 9. And they couldn't believe it, because she's very full of energy, and she goes on walks, she runs, she looks like fit and energetic, because she is. That booger woke us up today, 4:30. I don't know what happened, but she decided that it's time for her to go outside, start the morning. And I was in it is some weird haze because I thought, oh, it's 6, let's get up. And then I looked at the clock, it's 4:30. What's happening? I think she just wanted to go outside. So it's never boring around here. And I thought one more little big fur ball is not gonna harm. Oh, we're getting ourselves in trouble, but let's not skip ahead. Let's just wait for the decision. We did everything we could, and now it's not up to us. We either get selected or not, but I really hope that we do, because I'm in love. I know it's silly, but there are photos and videos of that dog, and I'm in love. I feel like that's our dog, because I have looked at a lot of them, and I had the same feeling with Jackie. I saw one photo of her, and I knew it's our dog. Like, you just know. So, okay, enough about dogs. I'm sorry if this is boring to you, or you're a hardcore cat person. I love cats as well, I don't mind, but we have one person that's allergic in this house to cats. It's my husband. He used to have a cat, but then he worked at the bread factory. And they put crap in your bread, you know. They put a lot of horrible chemicals that give people vile allergies, and yeah. Okay, yeah. Make your own bread is the lesson here. Not to develop allergies. Yeah, so his cat went to live with his parents because he could not deal with it anymore. He developed horrible allergies, but he's fine with dogs. So, dogs we have. And they just pulled in. I had this moment of peace because Sophia's glasses got fixed. We got a message and they went to pick them up, and now they are back, and I need to wrap it up because it will be noisy in like 5, 4, 3. Okay, thank you so much for being here with me, and take care. We're still having a few days off here with the kids in our forest corner, so I'll be knitting, baking, and spending a lot of time outside. Sophia is here! She's very excited about her new glasses and the door banging. And okay, take care. Knit a lot.